Greetings. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I greet you in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a stock that is down about, let's call it 45% down for the month of January 2022. And for the month of January, after making new all-time highs, we've seen the market reverse and is now down off the highs of early January 2022. All right, so I want to go back to the breakout that was most recently successful for this instrument, which is this breakout we can say here. So this is late 2020, early 2021. This breakout here. By the way, I should also mention that even though the market is about 10-15% off the highs for the NASDAQ, some stocks are seeing a significant plunge. This is 230 or 320 in February of 2021, now trading under, let's say, 75, give or take. These are big drops. And there's a way to avoid this being part of this big move down, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So back to the breakout. By the way, I mentioned this stock as a breakout candidate in January during this last move and last spike that was successful. This spike was good enough to take the stock from under 180 to the highs of about 320 in about 2 months. So a big spike, good move. And from a weekly perspective, I believe the breakout that we had used was based on the weekly. And this is a 2-year weekly chart. So the breakout that I had sent an alert to clients was this breakout that took place in late to mid-January. Right here. Now, I also sent out another alert, and this is the key for this video, is there was another alert that was sent out in April. In fact, 2 alerts sent out here. Now, they subsequently failed, which is the key reason for this video is, and by the way, we can see this mentions of this stock. We've mentioned it many times going back to late 2020, the breakout that I just discussed of January. And then there were 2 breakouts here that I sent out to clients for this stock on April, let's call it mid-April, 2 stocks of last year. And we can see that the breakout I was going for was this breakout. But you see what happened is it failed. Now that in itself was a major red flag. So by the time it comes and tries to break out again here, there was already a feeling that this move was losing its momentum, especially given that the RSI, as you can see, had come back to test resistance levels during this monthly closing high. So there was already some visual sign from the RSI that this was a trap, especially after it broke down. That was definitely a warning sign. In other words, after a series of failed breakouts, by the time you see all these failed breakouts, the stock is telling you that it doesn't have the momentum to continue higher. It doesn't. It attempted as much as it could, just could not sustain it. In other words, it was aware of the potential to trade here. Somehow, stocks have an idea that without momentum, they are anticipating a reversal. So it spent most of 2021 trying to break out but could not. So what I'm saying is all of these failed breakouts are a reason to have been out of the stock and not been part of this drop. Now, I was aware of that. Again, the failed breakouts, that's why I sent out this video here, or a video that I titled The Market Message. This is from August, that there was a message the market was sending because there were many other failed breakouts at the time. Now, if you look at this 1 by the way, this is 3 years of monthly data. It's something that is evident, especially if you've been looking at charts for years. Something was not right. This is a lot of volatility. A lot of volatility for this instrument over a period of this time frame. Very ugly looking chart. And that's another thing also that I always talk about, is how constructive is the move. For example, this is a very nice move. It's tight and the stock was trending higher. But we can see that after that move, the rest of the move was very choppy. Very choppy. Very choppy move. And so that in itself is not what you want in your portfolio, because it could be headed in any direction at any time, which is not what you want. In fact, if you take a look at all the data on a monthly chart for this stock, now you can see why this period was very volatile. It's exactly what the stock does. This stock has had a series of inconsistent, volatile price action since the IPO days of late 1995. This chart is what I would call, quote unquote, an ugly looking chart. This instrument just cannot sustain a move. And even when it's having a nice trend, it suddenly collapses, collapses. All of these are major reversals. And so this is the type of instrument, honestly, one needs to avoid, especially when they cannot break out successfully. That's a major warning sign. So be on the lookout for instruments, irrespective of the market conditions, instruments that are unstable, because they tend to go back to their behavior of instability. And so it is. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I leave you as I found you, in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one Creator, Adonai.